Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Daktari Samia Suluhu Hassan, amesisitiza kuwa Tanzania itaendelea kuwa nchi ya kutegemewa katika kukuza ushirikiano wa kimataifa na kuchochea ukuaji kiuchumi na kudumisha amani na usalama barani Afrika na duniani kwa ujumla. Samia ameyasema hayo wakati wa hafla maalum aliyoiandaa kwa ajili ya mabalozi wanaowakilisha nchi zao nchini Tanzania na wakuu wa mashirika ya kimataifa aliyopo nchini. Hafla hiyo huandaliwa kila mwisho wa mwaka kutakiana heri, kuzungumzia maendeleo ya nchi na kueleza vipaumbele vya Tanzania ikiwemo kikanda na kimataifa. Pamoja na mambo mengine, ameeleza kuwa pamoja na kuadhimisha miaka 60 ya muungano wa mwaka 2024, Tanzania ilishuhudia ukuaji wa kiuchumi wa 5.4% ambao umechagizwa na kukua kwa uzalishaji, uwekezaji na utalii. Rais Samia ameeleza kuwa nchi ilipiga hatua za kihistoria katika utekelezaji wa miradi ya kimkakati ya reli na nishati inayoenda kuleta mageuzi ya kiuchumi nchini Tanzania. Aidha, amebainisha kuwa mwaka 2025 Tanzania itakamilisha maandalizi ya dira mpya ya maendeleo ya taifa na mapito ya sera ya mambo ya nje, nyaraka zitakazobainisha vipaumbele vya nchi na zitakazoongoza pia ushirikiano kati ya Tanzania na wabia wake. Kimataifa, Tanzania inakusudia kuendelea kuimarisha mahusiano na wabia wake na kukuza mahusiano kwenye sekta muhimu za maendeleo ikiwemo elimu, afya na nishati. Hii ni News Update Media. Mimi ni Yusuf Shaban.
Tanzania will continue to be an active and reliable global partner. Our participation and contribution to the Summit on Clean Cooking in Africa, convened by the International Energy Agency, the Saudi Africa Summit, the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, and the G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro, and the Korean African Summit, the launch of African-Italy Matei Plan, and engagement with the Millennium Challenge Compact, all point our commitment to furthering global sustainable development. Through these platforms, Tanzania has championed initiatives such as the $12 billion Clean Cooking Transition Facility for Women in Africa, advocated for food security, and pushed for reforms in the global financial architecture. Excellencies, as we look ahead in the year 2025, Tanzania remains steadfast in advancing its foreign policy priorities, focusing on fostering regional and international cooperation to address pressing global challenges. A key milestone early on this year will be Tanzania hosting of the African Heads of State Energy Summit, M300 or Mission 300, in partnership with the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and the African Union. This summit will bring together leaders, policymakers, and industry experts from across the continent with an ambitious goal to connect 300 million Africans to electricity. This summit represents a defining moment in Africa or Africa's efforts to achieve energy security and sustainable development. But to us, the summit is also taking place at an interesting point for Tanzania. On one hand, we have enhanced our country's energy generation capacity through the 2,115 megawatt Julius Nyerere hydropower project being finalized by the Egyptian Al Saudi Electric in partnership with the Arab contractors. It is also coming at a time when Tanzania has connected to the East African power pool with Kenya, and energy transmission trials are currently underway. Backed by the World Bank, work is also underway to link Tanzania to the Southern African power pool via Zambia, completion of which will be a key step to enabling Tanzania serving as a country linking the Eastern African and Southern African power pools, and thus facilitating trade in energy and contribute to access to electricity for people from Egypt to South Africa. The summit is also coming at a time when Tanzania has completed two interstate energy generation projects on cross-boundary water resources. One which I launched with President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda on Africa Day in 2023, the Murongo Kikagati Hydropower Project, and another one which I'll soon inaugurate with the Excellencies, the Presidents of Burundi and Rwanda, the Rusumo Hydropower Projects. I firmly believe the Africa Energy Summit will provide a platform for fostering further collaboration, sharing innovative solutions, and mobilizing resources to tackle the continent's energy challenges. Tanzania is honored to play a leading role in these efforts, reaffirming its commitment to advancing energy access and sustainability across Africa. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the Energy Summit, at international forums, including the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TICAD 9, the World Expo 2025 in Japan, COP30, and the Indian African Summit, Tanzania will continue to champion the priorities of the African continent, including debt relief and access to concessional financing, climate financing, and enhancing global peace and stability. Our active participation in these forums reflects an unwavering commitment to fostering multilateralism and achieving shared prosperity. Furthermore, Tanzania will deepen its regional cooperation through platforms such as AU, the EAC, and SADC, with a focus on strengthening trade, economic integration, and people-to-people exchanges through these frameworks. These efforts align with our broader vision of creating a unified, resilient, and prosperous Africa. In 2025, we'll finalize 2 key strategic documents. One is the Tanzania Development Vision. The new vision document will not only guide our development priorities and plans for the coming decades, but will also guide and engagement with our partners. The second is the review of our foreign policy, whereas it will reiterate our founding principles and reaffirm our traditional policy stances. It will also seek to enhance our approach to economic diplomacy to modernize and industrialize the country's economy. The new policy document shall consider provision for special status for the Tanzania diaspora community to participate in Tanzania's development. Excellencies, in conclusion, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to your presence here today, for your presence here today. We continue to count on your friendship and solidarity as we continue to navigate shared challenges and seize opportunities for collective progress. Your invaluable contributions to Tanzania's development and your unwavering support in addressing global challenges are deeply appreciated. As we step into this new year, let us renew our shared commitment to dialogue, partnership, and multilateralism. Rest assured that Tanzania remains a reliable partner and advocate for inclusivity, solidarity, and also shared prosperity. With those words, I now wish you a prosperous and successful year ahead.